and welcome back. I hope everyone enjoyed the fireworks show in the previous episode. It did turn out to be pretty good, I think. And since then, I have removed the temporary platform from the top of the knob tower because, well, frankly, it wasn't needed anymore, and really, it looked like the thing had a diving board. And that just simply wasn't going to do, especially since there wasn't any water down there to dive into. Anyway, with that project over with, I am more than ready to get into something that it doesn't involve grinding so much. And to do that, I'm going to start out with doing something with these carrots. I am going to farm up some carrot, courtesy of bone meal. Hello, what was that? Anyway, let's clear out this part of the reed farm. Go ahead and get it plowed. And then I'm going to start with bone meal and carrot. To build up a decent supply of these things. Because they are an ingredient in part of what I need to be doing here. So, I'm going to take a few minutes and bone meal up a decent stock of carrots, and I'll be back. All right, that leaves me right there with about 4.5 stacks of carrots. Put those away. Most of the carrots. All right, that'll be more than enough, actually. Stop up here in the warehouse and pick up some gold. That's probably more than enough. Let's see. A stack of gold nuggets, what the heck. Now we'll just go ahead and take these things and make as many golden carrots as we can for 1 stack of nuggets. Eight of them. Oh, that'll do for now. And now I'm going to brew up some of these newfangled potions of night vision. Okay, get those going. Get some netherwort in here. And once that finishes brewing, add a golden carrot to each one. And that'll get some potions of night vision. And the main reason I'm doing that is both for the sheer novelty of it, and because that way I can see where I'm going when I decide to go ahead and travel at night. Okay, I forgot to put that hoe away. Alright, that should be just about enough of that. Oh, that's right, I want to extend it. Let's get the redstone in here. Alright, what I'm planning to do now is basically inspired by the problem I had when working up the gunpowder and other resources and whatnot, is because I noticed a severe lack in performance in the mop tower. And not just this one, but also the piston pusher tower over at the Ocean Outpost number 1 and at the Epic Desert. There was a lot of fail going on there, because while they still work, they don't put out nearly as much as they used to once upon a time. And finally, after a lot of trial and error and analyzing the situation, I finally figured out why they're not putting out so much. I don't think I need to carry all of these. Yeah, that'll be enough. The reason for it is a combination of changes in the spawning code over the last several versions and whatnot, and also one of the recently added mobs, specifically the bat. The bats are one of these passive mobs that everybody thinks is cute and whatnot, even though in reality a bat is a foul, disgusting, flying rodent that carries disease and filth and so on. So I don't think they're cute at all. And another thing they do is their spawning rules means that they spawn in light levels 10 or less. Hostiles spawn at light levels 7 or less. And so what happens is, especially in a darkroom tower like this one, part of what spawns in there is dozens of bats. And so a tower like that can quickly end up hitting the mob cap and become totally and completely ineffective. And of course, because of the way they're written, if the light level is high enough to prevent bats from spawning, nothing hostile will spawn at all. And so the old style mob towers, especially the darkroom traps, are very ineffective now. But there is a solution. There is an alternative. And that is the witch farming. They have a benefit. They drop some pretty good items. They have a chance of dropping glass bottles, glowstone dust, gunpowder, redstone dust, spider eyes, sticks, and sugar. They can also have a rare drop that is that could be healing, fire resistance, or swiftness. And so I have been gearing up here. Everything's pretty much all set. My gear is good. And I'm carrying an ender chest with me with the sucker loaded up with supplies that may be useful along the way, and tools and so on. And I am now departing to head out for new chunks. And I'm thinking that since off to the east here, I've been down that way, I've been way down to the south, I've been off to the west, to the Epic Desert, and to a degree to the northwest over there where the mansion is, and beyond it, the village, and beyond that, the failed passive trap from 1.73, 1.8, and so on. So I thought I'd head off this way to the north/northeast, because that's going to be the one area, the one direction in which I will run into new chunks the soonest. And so we're off in search of new chunks, specifically swamp biomes, in which we will find eventually a witch hut. Now I know there are a somewhat rare-ish kind of spawn, so they don't happen a whole lot, and you might examine several swamps without finding one, But sooner or later, if you persist, you will find one. And so I'm taking off, heading for these new chunks, and I am going to persist. If I can stop hitting the wrong mouse buttons. Head off this way. And we're going to head for these new chunks. Now, I don't anticipate this trip to be extremely entertaining here for the travel part of it, so I'm going to just kind of head off in this direction, and I will check in when I find a swamp. Oh, wait a minute. I might have found one already. Yes, I see a swamp. Let's check it out. Okay, definitely a swamp. All right, let's have a look and see if we can find anything resembling a witch hut. It would be really cool to find one right away like that. You can tell we're in new chunks. Have a look over there. That looks like a chunk boundary if ever I saw one. Okay, the usual trees and vines and dull-looking grass and mushrooms. And I'm sure if I hang around long enough, I will see slimes and so on. There's some more over there on the other side of this regular plains area, or whatever it is. Yeah. Okay, this chunk boundary might be... I'm sure it's a chunk boundary, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. This swamp might be an old one. Certainly doesn't seem to be a witch hut in here, so... Yeah, we're out of the swamp. Let's just keep going. This looks like some more swamp. A little bit bordering. Just keep heading this way. Okay, I didn't think to bring a bed with me. Well, that's right. I was going to travel through the night anyway, so... Let it get just a little bit darker, and we'll try out this potion of night vision as we approach what looks like another swamp area. Good. Oh, gee. All right. Well, that certainly seemed to brighten things up. All right. All right. Time to search the swamp and see if we find a witch hut. Now we're getting to the edge of it here. No sign of anything witch hut-like. And I did take time to look up on the wiki and see what they look like, so I won't miss it. It'll probably, well, it'll be the only hut-type structure in a swamp. Made of planks and stairs and looking like it's kind of standing on stilts above the ground. Okay. Doesn't look like we're going to find one around here. Take advantage of the Optifine Super Zoom and see what we see. Slimes. Okay. Wait a minute. And of course we have slimes all over the place. Alright. Wait a minute. Yeah, we need this direction. I know F3 says that this is west, but not in this world it isn't. In this world, this is north, and okay, you're going to be unfriendly. We'll just kill you. Alright. F3 says that this is north this way, but in this world, this is east, where the sun used to rise. Well, you're just rude. Anyway, time to get moving. And take our leave from these unfriendly neighbors. Alright, I'm going to cruise around and finish checking out this swamp and head for the next one. And I'll check back in when I either find a witch hut or another swamp. And as the sun rises and I finish crossing a rather large body of water that turned out to be larger than I thought, which is why I didn't bother to make a boat, even though I seem to have, I should have. I'm seeing jungle over here, and in previous experience, jungle has frequently bordered on swamp. So let me take a look around here, see what I come up with. Of course, forest borders on swamp and desert and everything else, but hey, what the heck. Get out of this water and actually get moving at a decent pace. Alright, let's see if we find anything resembling a swamp. Cocoa beans on the trees, that guarantees this is new generation, because that's the first I've seen of that in this world, at least that I can recall. And what do we have over there? More jungle and beach. Okay. Let's head off this way. More jungle this way. Yeehaw. Lots and lots of jungle. Too much jungle, I think. But, hey, that's just my opinion. And it looks like we're not bordering on any swamps around here close by, so I think I'm going to stop here and make a boat and continue heading that way. Come on, boat, get moving. All right. Proceed along, and I'll check in when I find something worth talking about. And it seems I have found another swamp, only a couple of minutes after I left that other area. All right. Let's see what we can come up with here. All right. Don't you just love that random blink? Okay, the swamp looks like a pretty good sized area, bordering on snow country and more jungle, it looks like. And we have trees catching fire. Let me guess, there's a lava display here. Yeah, lava pool right there. Okay. Alright, let's... Whoa! Walk off the edge of something because I wasn't looking where I was going. Ugh. Get back over here into the swamp and commence to searching. Alright. That's more jungle. Head this way for the swamp. Unfortunately, that's meaning a lot more swimming, but oh well. You don't have to watch it all. Alright, it turns out that this swamp isn't as big as I thought it looked, because over there is the jungle I just came out of, and over here, on this side, is desert. So, it's time to continue heading in this direction and look for the next swamp. Sooner or later, I will run into one that it actually has what I'm looking for. Looks like a little bit of this swamp goes this way, but I see jungle beyond. So I'm just going to kind of plow through here and get to the next swamp. And so I continue to proceed through here, finding this to be a most interesting jungle with cattle running loose. And we continue to proceed onward here, and what do we have here? Could this be one of those newfangled jungle temple things? All right. This calls for a break to investigate. Look around the outside. Yes, this is definitely one of those. Put some light in there. All right, let's have a look. Okay, not much down here. Let's have a look upstairs. A lot of mossy cobble, a lot of vine, not much of anything else. Okay, and now into the dark depths. As I recall, these things are booby-trapped. Yeah. There's a tripwire here. can just see it. And there's the dispenser. So if we stay on this side, it won't hit us. Okay, let's break that redstone. Let's take those. What do we got in here? Ooh, diamonds, gold, zombie turds and bones. And another dispenser that I didn't see. Disarm that one as well. Okay, let's see. What else do we have in here? Levers, and I'm assuming that one of these disables the trap. Let's just put something in there. Oh, I broke the redstone, didn't I? Alright, we'll put it back. Okay, that one still fires. And this one still fires. I'm just curious. I heard a piston. Okay, that thing still goes. But if a piston opened, or activated, or whatever, then perhaps there is some kind of a secret entrance elsewhere that the piston was concealing. Don't see anything inside, so let's have a look outside. Yeah, I'm not seeing much here. Okay, this just goes back to where I was. Okay, let's break through the wall and have a look. More gold, iron, emeralds, bones, okay. What happens if I break the redstone? Nothing. The big question is, now, the way that circuit looks, it looks very much like that sticky piston should have pulled something aside. Right? That retracted, but it didn't pull this one because it's extended. This one pulls that down. This one reaches out and grabs it again. Turn it off. That pulls that aside, and then up here, a secret entrance to this chest that I found by breaking the wall. Okay. Alright. That's cool. And so, I'm going to note the coordinates here so that this can be revisited at a future date. Might make an interesting place to build a little outpost of some kind, or at the very least harvest up a bunch of mossy cobble. Alright, and now to continue on the quest for the witch hut.